Hello and welcome to lovegardening.com. Today I want to show you some tools. Now these are pretty special tools. They're used by professional gardeners all over the world, but they are exclusive to lovegardening.com in the UK. Now they're made in Germany and they are pretty tough, made of tough stuff. You can see the quality in them. The thing is about them as well is that even though they look really solid, they're actually really lightweight, which is why I really like using them. This little fork is lovely, and I have get quite bad wrist pain after all the gardening I've done for years and years. So having light tools is really important for me, and this whole range is lightweight. So we've got the garden fork and the trowel and a little rotivator, which is really useful for raised beds and things, kind of raking through and doing a bit of weeding. Use it a little bit like a hoe. But three really useful garden tools, and like I say, all really nice and lightweight. Now next up is the spade. Now, given that I go by the name Queen of Spades on social media, it feels quite fitting, doesn't it? And it has a really good section at the top where you can really give it some welly. It's forged, you can see all the work that's gone into it. These are all handmade, so they really should last you a lifetime. So that's the spade. Next up, I've got the garden fork. And again, this is really lightweight, which is nice because if you're out in the garden all day, it gets really tiring. Your gardening is physical work, so to have tools that kind of make light of that is brilliant. Next up, I've got my leaf rake. Now, these are brilliant if you've got patches in lawns that need the moss raking out of them in the autumn time to rake leaves up. It's got to be nice and springy. You want it to have some nice give, but still have resistance in there. And these, yeah, it's really useful. I suppose it's a must-have, really, a leaf rake in any garden, because we're always tidying up. And a garden that has all the leaves raked up and it has tidy edges always looks smarter. This rake is brilliant for cultivating, so if you've got any beds that you want to kind of get a lovely tilth, nice even ground, then you would use something like this for breaking up any large particles of clay or soil. Give them a good whack down and it will get that soil nice and level. Now this is a tool that I use most days, is the hoe. It's brilliant for weeding, especially if you're a little bit of a lazy weeder like me, who doesn't like to get on her hands and knees and take every single last thing out, although my husband does do that and it does look really good, but I don't have the time. So this really is an essential tool for me. It's amazing how much weeding you can get done with a hoe in 2 minutes. Now you might have seen Chris's video. He had lots of kind of heavy tools that were good for big jobs, big labour jobs, but this lightweight series is brilliantly useful and I really, really like it. For more how-to videos, visit lovegardening.com.